Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, do we conclude that the 2027 presidential campaigns have already begun? And who should we blame for the early campaigns? Should we blame Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, or should we blame Kenya Kwanza? Who should we blame? If I were to be the judge, I would actually blame William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza. And of course, you can't also blame William Ruto and you can't blame Kenya Kwanza. Why? Between 2018 and 2022, William Ruto embarked on early campaigns. And that early campaigns is what actually propelled him to the high seat. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka promised Kenyans that he was going to follow the footsteps of William Samoei Arap Ruto and embark on early campaigns.
Lakini tutaanza hapa turudi nyuma. Tumeona vile wengine, unaona ukweli useme. Huyu mtu anaitwa Ruto alijua anataka kuja kugombea kiti. Kwa hivyo alipokuwa deputy governor akaanza campaign hapo hapo. Yangu nimejifunza hapo kwa Ruto. Nitaanza tuweke Raila na mimi nianze the following day. Sisi ninayo. Nikisema Raila atasema Kalonzo tosha. Kwa sababu mimi nilisema mara mbili tosha. Nikangojea mzee aseme Kalonzo tosha, nikaona vile anatembea. Anaona safari hii amekuja na bomb. Alikuwa anasema risasi moja. Sasa anabeba bomb na ndio tunamfanya tumsaidie ilipuka volcano ya demokrasia tuokoe Kenya hii.
But what do you think has prompted these early campaigns you are witnessing in the Republic of Kenya currently? For me, what has provoked these early campaigns is Kenya Kwanza failures. You know, Kenyans gave William Ruto the mandate as per IBC and the Supreme Court to rule for 5 good years. But because Kenya Kwanza were not delivering on the promises, the intelligence briefing which William Ruto used to get was that he was losing grip. So William Ruto then decided to start going out. So far, I think William Ruto has covered almost all regions campaigning for 2027. And you can't expect Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Odinga to sit somewhere and wait. So as a response, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance then organized mass protest against high cost of living. Then in the process, William Ruto and his brigades decided to unleash police brutality on their supporters. So today, Raila Odinga led Azimio brigades in storming Makwiny for the funeral service of one of the youths who was a victim of the police brutality. And for me, I'm looking at that step or at that move as part of their 2027 presidential campaigns. And let me assure you, the move to go to Ukambani is not sitting very well with William Ruto and his brigades. If you look at those who accompanied Raila Odinga today to Ukambani, you can clearly tell something. Raila was accompanied by Kalonzo. They were received by Mutula Kilonzo Jr., who has been avoiding Azimio rallies. There was Eugene Wamalwa. There was Mwengi wa Iria. There was Wajakoya the Fifth. There was Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. By the way, I think Oparanya is likely to take over in ODM party. Is a bit, if you compare him to Joho, I'd rate Oparanya and his consistency a bit higher. But Martha Karua was also missing in action. Why do you think Martha Karua has been missing in action? Probably we'll do another video. But for this particular video, I want us to focus on this particular truth. Why do you think Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance decided to go to Ukambani for the burial of that victim of police brutality? Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, let us dive in. And by the way, as you can notice, I've changed the camera and I've also changed the audio. Let me know the quality of both the video and the audio, because a good audio is better than a good video. Now, let us now dive in. Why do you think Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance decided to storm Ukambani? The other day they were in Siaya, where I think they buried 5 people. Then they were in Vihiga, I think 3 people. Probably I think they'll be headed to Busia. And today they were in Ukambani. Why? For me, number one, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance are doing this as part of their counter strategy for William Ruto's nationwide campaign. William Ruto camped in Mount Kenya for 5 good days. Then from Mount Kenya, they are now camping in Rift Valley. I think they're supposed to be there for 8 days, if I'm not wrong. Before that, William Ruto had camped. Where was that? Was it somewhere in the coast? Yeah, he had camped in the coast. William Ruto had actually camped in Western Kenya. So William Ruto had begun early campaigns. So Azimio are doing this to respond to those moves by William Samoei Arap Ruto. And one of the things they are doing is that they are telling the people that, you know, these guys targeted our people. For example, there was that Brian, the guy they are burying today. He is a 21-year-old student who had promised their mother that he was going to change a lot for them. His life was cut short by the police. So for me, all this they are doing as part of their counter strategy. Remember, I once warned them that they must be very careful because William Ruto is already hitting the ground. Number two, I also tend to think that today's event in Ukambani is actually a coded message from Azimio, particularly Raila Odinga, to the Kamba nation. That we have your man, Kalonzo Musyoka, who is leading our team in bipartisan talks with Kenya Kwanza. And apart from that, Kalonzo Musyoka is also a key player. And let me just be frank. From what I'm observing, there is a chance that Kalonzo Musyoka is likely to be, or is being prepared as a potential running mate. I mean, as a potential presidential candidate in 2027. And that's why the absence of Martha Karua did not come as a surprise to me. Martha Karua has been not really... Martha Karua, if you ask me of late, has been evasive a bit. She's not really into some of these things. And the other day I saw this lawyer Wahome Thuku, making some statement. Let me see if I can get it. That Martha Karua is frustrating Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. I'm not so sure how that is, but the thing is, there is that kind of story that Martha Karua is uncomfortable with Mwangi wa Iria. She's not comfortable with Kalonzo Musyoka. Let me just see if I can get this. Okay. This is what Wahome Thuku posted a few days ago, that she never forgave Mwai Kibaki for picking Uhuru as deputy prime minister. Remember when Raila and Kibaki entered into coalition government, Martha Karua was a key player, the only man standing in PNU. She had expected to be nominated the deputy prime minister. What happened? Kibaki opted for Uhuru. Then his proceeding, she never forgave Uhuru for whatever. She led the onslaught against BBI that provided 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling and equitable distribution of resources. She is out to sabotage the bipartisan talks and using them to popularize her own campaign team. For 2027, she brought 000 to the table, but we look for enemy outside. Let's deal with those inside. So the truth is, for me, I'm looking at this as a strategy to propel Kalonzo. And that's how I'm looking at the absence of Martha Karua. Maybe there could be other reasons why she was absent. Number 3, I also tend to think that Azimio are now trying to consolidate their support base, their stronghold. Going to Nyanza, going to Coast, and going to Western Kenya, going to Ukambani, going to Kisii. Raila was in Kisii the other day. And for me, that is the only best strategy they can apply now. Instead of trying to go and consolidate, try to win hearts where they are not very strong, it's important for Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, in my view, to go straight to their stronghold, consolidate their stronghold, lock out Kenya Kwanza from their stronghold, convince their stronghold that they have a chance, and then they can then move outside. So for me, I'm trying to imagine that these guys are actually trying to consolidate the Ukambani region. And number 4, in my view, the police brutality. You know, Kenya Kwanza unleashed police brutality on Azimio supporters. But what happened in Nyalenda and parts of Kisumu was out of this world. But the truth is, the idea of going to Ukambani was just to show Kenyans that this police brutality, which were meted on supporters, were not only on Luos. That's why they went and attended the brothers, the burial service for the brothers in Vihiga. They are in Makwiny. Raila Odinga attended the one in Nyamira the other day, just to show Kenyans that as much as the government want to show you that it's the Luo who were brutally affected, the truth of the matter is that it affected most of Azimio stronghold. And of course, the other important aspect of this is that they are trying to show solidarity with the victims, which is very good. For example, how do you think it feels as a parent when you lose a loved one and you're just left there? So the fact that at least Raila, Kalonzo, the entire Azimio brigades went to Ukambani to console with the family, I think for me, it gives hope to the family as much as they have lost their loved one. At least they have a shoulder to lean on. And lastly, the strategy here is emotional appeal. Azimio are now appealing to the emotions directly of their supporters. You know, like the rally in the roadside event in Mali was not planned. And I think it was Mali is normally a busy center, so at least they got a crowd there, but they were able to relay their information, their message to the masses. And I can assure you, as much as the impact might not be immediate, the mere fact that Raila Odinga went to Makwiny today for that burial, I can tell you it will stick in the hearts of those people from that particular area. So it's about emotional appeal. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. May you have a good day. Bye-bye.